Chapter 2 facts before Chapter 2 OG. The Chapter 2 launch date was October 15, 2019, which came with the game being offline for 36 hours after the Black Hole event. Chapter 2 map was called Apollo, sticking with that Greek theme. Chapter 2 introduced a swimming mechanic in Chapter 2 Season 1, with Fortnite then introducing boats. Chapter 5 Season 3 Wrecked is a very controversial season due to the cars, but Chapter 2 actually introduced drivable cars in Season 3, leading many to theorise that Chapter 5 is a mirrored Chapter 2, with both Season 2s putting factions against each other, and Season 3, 1 being apocalyptic, and 2 introducing a new car mechanic. And of course, due to the roadmap, we know that Season 4 will be a Marvel-themed season, just like Chapter 2. And of course, we should be getting the reason I'm doing this video, Chapter 2 OG in Season 5. Fortnite Chapter 2 had some unforgettable events. The device event saw us interact with our first character, Jonesy. Guess you could include the voice from the rocket, but the device actually saw us interact with an actual person, where the rocket could have easily been AI. Chapter 2 skins were teased in Chapter 1 at Gotham City, with the Final Reckoning posters around Gotham City, teasing the likes of Chaos Agent and others. Of course, it's Chapter 2 facts, but the Chapter 1 map was on the Chapter 2 map. The Eye Island at the centre of the map in Season 1 was the outline of the Chapter 1 map. Chapter 2 saw its first and only current full-theme collab season in Chapter 2 Season 4 with the Marvel season. Roll on next season. The item shop had a live event for the Deadpool collab. This happened. During Fortnite Meds in Season 3, reboot cards were gone. You would come back as a shadow. In Chapter 2, we probably got one of the most forgettable collabs, the Kingsman umbrella. Although it may have some stiff competition from this collab, the Tenet collab, where we just had this weird random box that made sounds at Steamy Stacks. Oh no, looking back at the Kingsman umbrella, I think this item was very underrated. Chapter 2 Season 6 is the first solo event ever that you would be able to play if you were on the game for the first time that season. Chapter 2 had more mechanics added than just swimming, with animal taming, the wildlife themselves of course, and crafting with upgrade benches, as upgrade benches were also added in Chapter 2, which was also a static item as well as a throwable item, in one of Fortnite's more weirder items they probably ever added. Chapter 2 had 300 plus day seasons, with Chapter 2 Season 1 being the longest at 128 days. The Chapter 2 map Apollo lasted 781 days. Well, that was just playing on it. It actually lasted altogether 1,146 days before the Herald destroyed it. In Chapter 2, you could carry down players and shake down enemy players to find the location of the rest of their squad. You could now fish, continuing the honour of Chapter 2. In the honour of Chapter 2 doing some weird things, in one of the weirdest events, Fortnite X Star Wars. It was basically a glorified interview where you didn't actually vote for a scene, you just had to guess what the director was going to show us. It wasn't a choice of what scenes you would have seen, you were basically just trying to guess what was in the scene he was going to show. Chapter 2 had one of the weirdest storyline dumps that involved Fortnite's official Twitter page and the Fox Clan. In now deleted tweets, Vi, who would be a crew skin, went down some crazy details. To Drift about people wanting to take out members of the Fox Clan, and warning him whoever gave you that mask made you a target. Of course, in Chapter 2, Fortnite did introduce the crew skins, a monthly membership that would give you V-Bucks, skins, Spotify memberships, as well as a few other things, and save the world. This has been going since December 2020. Now early on, Fortnite did say crew skins do have a chance returning, but none of them ever have. With the Nick A30 skin just coming out, if you do end up buying it in the Fortnite item shop, consider using creator code MrJLYII. But Chapter 2 did introduce the first Fortnite icon creator skin, Ninja. Of course, in Chapter 1 we did have the Marshmallow skin, but Ninja was the first Fortnite content creator added to the game. Going back to fact 13, where I talk about Chapter 2 Season 6 being the first solo event, and that solo event was assisted by the Russo brothers. In the Chapter 2 Season 2 trailer, the voice may be familiar to some of you.
Meowscles, a feline enforcer that can take some serious licks.
That is Amy Pemberton, the voice of Gideon in the Arrowverse. This trailer also has Meowscles down as 6 years in cat years, which is around 41 in human years. Chapter 2 had interactive Battle Pass lobbies. It'd be nice to see that making a return for Chapter 2 OG. We got Neymar Jr. as a skin in Fortnite. I think this makes him the first real person in a battle pass. With Chapter 5 Season 3 being a broken car meta, Chapter 2 Season 7 would introduce a broken car meta as well with the Ferrari, since you could do this. Oh no! I did not mean to do that. Yes, I've done it! Woohoo! Coming through, guys.
Okay, bend over.
Wait, has cars always been doing 99 damage? Chapter 2 is where some of the most rarest skins drop, like Kratos, Travis Scott, and Root. The Banjo Bazooka was the first 2-slotted item. Who can forget the mythic goldfish? Is this even still in the game? Something that seems like it's been in the game forever are throwable consumables. They were added in Chapter 2. Something else you think has been in the game forever is gold. Gold was also added in Chapter 2. Oh my god, it's a shark! Yes, sharks were added in Chapter 2 as well, and they were also rideable. Fortnite was banned from the App Store in Chapter 2, and of course they had a whole tournament for that Apple skin. Of course, this is still being felt today, and even as I record, Fortnite Mobile will be returning in Japan. If you can't wait to play Chapter 2 Season OG, which should be coming, you can actually still play it. Of course, if you haven't updated Fortnite and some Mac devices too. In Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 6, Fortnite added mods to vehicles. I'm sure that won't be any more problematic. In Chapter 2, Epic took a stand to remove police cars due to real life events. They have not returned. We had a mythic mushroom in-game, which SidePK found, and it was quickly removed. Now, an interesting location in Chapter 2 was the waterfall outside of Lazy Lake, and what you could do to your friends and to enemy players. And for those of you in the know who played the original Chapter 2, let's go. For those of you who didn't, I'm gonna let you find out. So Chapter 2 wasn't plain sailing. In Chapter 2 Season 5, the season's new and main mechanic, Sand Tunneling, was removed for the majority of the season because it was a buggy mess, when there was a glitch where it would make players invisible. Now there is one word that will put fear into Chapter 2 players, and that was Marauders.
Guys, you guys remember the Marauders? Oh dude, these were bad, bro. I gotta leave these guys alone, bro. They'll actually kill me.
To be fair, all the bosses in Chapter 2 were quite cracked, even their henchmen.
Are you kidding me? What?
So currently, we've looked at about 50 things from Chapter 2, and there's so much more we're going to look at. But one thing I want to point out about looking at old Chapter 2 gameplay, it's actually quite jarring to watch. There's no sprinting, no mantling, no sliding, and with the addition of the Nitro Splash and other stuff in the last few seasons, the gameplay looks actually kind of slow. So I remember when Chapter 1 OG was about to begin and people were saying, oh, we're going to have turbo building, are we going to go back to Chapter 1 mechanics? Of course that didn't happen, so I would imagine the same thing will happen again. So we will have manting, sliding, and all sorts going into Chapter 2. In Chapter 2, Fortnite paid their respects to the passing of Chadwick Boseman with the Panther Monument POI and this video. Chapter 2 Season 4 actually saw some really cool mini POIs, including an Ant-Man POI, Trask POI, and if I remember that's where Wolverine came from. And talking about NPCs being strong, oh my god, if you never faced Wolverine, you missed out. Do you remember when Fortnite added the decoy grenades? Well, some people may have forgotten there was a secret boat in Chapter 2 Season 3 that would spawn randomly. So the Chapter 2 map actually leaked, but no one at the time actually believed it. And if you look carefully, you can see some POI names which didn't make it, Power Plant and Bleachy buffs. Of course, the Chapter 2 map is called Apollo, we've already said that, but the Chapter 3 map would be called Artemis. Now, Apollo and Artemis are twins, so that could have hinted towards Chapter 2 map having a flip side. Also, the Chapter 2 Season 5 trailer may have hinted more towards it, as we see the camera flip in the trailer. In Chapter 2, Fortnite released some comics. They released a Season 4 mini comic book, which introduced Nat Galactus was coming, and the 6-part Fortnite 0 Point comic. And not to forget Fortnite x Batman Foundation comic, which tells the story of how the Foundation ended in reality NF1935, after fighting his way outside the loop in 0 Point. The Batman in the Foundation trailer is voiced by Kevin Conroy.
I'm picking up energy from the 0 Point here in Gotham. You're going to tell me who you are. How you got here. And what you think you're doing in my city.
Let's go through the season's names. We have Season 1, Top Secret, Splashdown, Nexus War, 0 Point, Primal, Invasion, and Cubed. And they are your seasons of Chapter 2. Chapter 2 had 8 live events, or what I would consider as live events. It's more if you start including things like the Ancient Astronaut Takeoff. There was a major laser on the main stage in Party Royale. So there's a few things I guess you could consider. Victory Crowns. They actually weren't in Chapter 2, they were introduced in Chapter 3 Season 1, which maybe some new players would consider they've been in the game forever. Chapter 2 Season 7 saw the arrival of the imposter game mode to compete with the success of Among Us, a mode that was gone by Chapter 3 Season 3. Obviously we have mentioned the upgrade benches where you could upgrade your rarity, but you could also side grade, and that was also introduced in Chapter 2. For some Chapter 1 players out there, you would definitely know Playgrounds, and in Chapter 2 Season 1, it was permanently removed from the game and replaced with Battle Labs. Honestly, if you had told me this without me doing the research, I would have said it was much later when Playgrounds got vaulted. Battle Labs would join Playgrounds in the vault in Chapter 4 Season 1. If you're still here this far in the video, thank you very much. Hopefully, you don't need a break, but if you do, here's Deadpool's toilet. Honestly, I would love to see someone's reaction who didn't play Chapter 2, or some people probably played Chapter 2 and went, oh my god, I completely forgot about this. But for those of you who didn't play Chapter 2 or didn't even see Chapter 2, this must be alien to you. We haven't had this probably since Chapter 2. And as well as Deadpool's toilet, you also had a room where you could change the custom skin for that season, which was Maya. It's been a while since we've seen these 3D Battle Pass rooms. In Chapter 2 Season 3, we finally got the flare gun in the game, as it was teased all the way back in June 2019, which was in Chapter 1. Is the boss card vault system, which was also introduced in Chapter 2. Chapter 2 was a real innovative chapter. To be fair, like any other chapter, Fortnite is just really good at doing that. I think one thing that new players may not understand or comprehend is how strong aim assist was in Chapter 2. I mean, that could come back for Season OG, they could just make aim assist ridiculous next season. Something that came out in Chapter 2 which I re-enjoyed and hasn't been seen since Chapter 3 Season 4 is Late Game Arena. Of course, I know Nick A30's icon skin coming out is fresh in the mind. In Chapter 2, the Gref skin did come out, but he recorded 2.4 million live views for his skin reveal. In Chapter 2, Fortnite added hideable places like dumpsters, portaloos, stuff like that. We're very familiar now in Chapter 5 with Dr. Sloan and the Imagined Order. In Chapter 1 there was a lot of who's this secret government or secret organisation that's looking over us and controlling the loop. We didn't get a name drop until Chapter 2 Season 5 where we finally found out they are the Imagined Order. In Chapter 2 we would only be introduced to one new member of the 7, all technically existing, and that was the Foundation, who turned out to be The Rock. Or no, we did get a voice actor for the scientists who we were already introduced to in Chapter 1.
Impossible. I watched you die.
I got over it.
You!
That is our way in. Hold them off.
The scientist voice actor is actually community star Joel McHale. And with that, the Chapter 2 map would flip to the other side, which is the Chapter 3 map, Artemis. Due to some similarities between Chapter 5 and Chapter 2, some people are speculating that Chapter 5 has a flip side as well, and that's how we will get to Chapter 6 map. But I guess we have to wait and find out. I hope you did enjoy this one. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's been your boy, Mr. JLY. Till next time, bye bye.